I just finished going live with. Oh my gosh, my title is messed up. It says Merle. Anyways, hopefully I can edit. I think I'm going live on Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube, but primarily on Haps. So while I'm waiting for everything to populate, thank you for being here. If you watch the replay, I'm not sure if there's a lag or whatnot, but we will work through it. Hey, Gary. I know, Merle. I must be thinking about dogs or something. Merle. Yeah, so if anyone wants to buy a puppy, I do have a blue tri Merle Old English Bulldog puppy for sale. It's female. So, anyways, how you doing, Gary? How are you? I'm I'm not sure if you're on Haps or Periscope. Nadaye Lavadens. Did I say it right? From St. John. Is that in the Bahamas? Where is that? Tell me where you guys are watching from, what city, what state, or even what country. I hope my video is good because my video is frozen on my left screen, but hopefully it's okay. Audio video is good, but did I get it right? Bahamas? You're good? You're good as you're gonna buy, or you're good you don't need a puppy? Canada. Oh, okay. I think I said Bahamas, but yeah. So I'm just gonna say, man, I'm grateful I was able to go live with Olivia Ty, and I haven't seen her in years, and she used to be my neighbor right down the street. Big lag. I figured so. I'm gonna try to turn off my Wi-Fi and see what happens. So I hope I don't mess it up. But as long as my video is flowing and there's no kung fu voice. So but anyways, real quick for those that are just trickling in, tell everybody in the chat stream where you're watching from, what city, what state, or what country. And I just want to wish everybody, as we say in Hawaii, Merle Kalikimaka, which is Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year for those of you that are going to be carrying it out and just partying for the next week. So I'm not sure how the next couple of weeks are going to pan out for me as far as live streaming and what I'm going to do, but I will show my life. Hey Lars, good to see you. I do apologize for the lag. It may be lag on my end, so I'll take responsibility for that. But I think we just spent a half hour promoting Haps on the last broadcast. That was good. So I'm on my Wi-Fi. I'm at home, but I'm in my car because it's quiet. I got AC going. So what are you guys doing for this Christmas season? I know 2020 was not probably the ideal Christmas that some of us or year that we had hoped for in the very beginning. So too bad here. Not too bad here. I just got back from Target and it's super busy there. It's crazy. Like it's the last couple hours for people to go shopping. I was able to do a couple of errands, and I will say, even though this year there's a lot of, I don't know the word, but negative pushback in regards to the way our economy and all that stuff, people are still resilient and they still want to get out and still want to go buy presents and be a blessing to somebody. So we celebrate on the 24th. What time is it there, Lars? I hope I'm following you. Let me click on you. I can't click when I'm on a mobile. Am I subscribed to you, Lars? I if I'm not, I will make sure I do that. I'm still trying to get a grasp of the community here and what that looks like. So yeah, I won't stay on too long. I've been on for 4 minutes. I'm probably going to stop right at the 10-minute mark. So it's 2 a.m. Holy smokes! Well, thank you for staying up. Appreciate it. What the heck? Hey, Olivia, thank you for the super clap. You just made the account. Okay, I'll make sure I follow you. It's in London. Hey, British spy. So we have, if you caught me in my last broadcast, we have two Hope Centers in Wales. So it's not quite uh, London, but it's a good ways away, I'm sure. So, yeah, thank you, Olivia. I just wanted to greet everybody. And I gotta cut some sashimi. So right after I push the end button, I gotta cut some fresh ahi sashimi. Thank you for the super clap. Thank you very much, Lars. I gotta cut some sashimi. I'm gonna make some poke. We got some brisket in the smoker. So My Christmas, I don't like turkey. I like eating seafood, and so yeah, I had some good seafood last week. I was in Mexico for a week. Um, did some training out there for ministry, so I'm kind of carrying over that craving of seafood when I came back home. So yeah, I'm curious as to what our community is going to form like in HAPS, because I think it has a journalistic approach which I do like. So I wonder if they're going to have subcategories of journalistic approaches to, like food, you know, travel, those kind of things, different I'm curious. Dude, I love duck. A good roasted duck, just oh, the duck skin and the duck fat, bro. I can grind that, and the way that the Chinese restaurants make it here. I don't think it's about badges. I think they're doing it in the beginning, and Lars, I think they're, for lack of a better word, I think they're trying not to lure, but to encourage us to come over. So to me, it's not important. I don't care about a badge. I think it for some people, it makes you feel confident that someone has some credentials. But for me, at the end of the day, it's about relationships, because I don't care how famous the fact that Reggie Miller, who, if you don't know who Reggie Miller is, he's a famous NBA basketball player. I will never forget that one time he came to my broadcast and he commented, and I still have the screenshot. And he says, "Love you, man. Love the weather out there." And he, as soon as he said this, dude, that's Reggie Miller. He engaged with me, and so I don't care about his badge. The fact that he engaged, and then I went on his broadcast and he read my comments, and he interacted with me, and that was important. So to me, that's what's going to make it, as far as the community aspect. As far as the reporting and the journalistic approach, I don't think it's that important. I think what's important is that on the journalistic side, we get to see news as it happens, and they give us a choice to decide what's factual and what's not. I think I shared a story on Periscope years ago where I watched CNN and Fox News, and I went into Periscope, and Periscope was like a minute or two ahead of CNN and Fox. So what I'm saying is, it's almost like they were censoring. You know, hey George, I will agree and disagree, British Spy, because sometimes I don't put out good content. So I just put out me, and so I think sometimes I become the content. If you've known me or followed me, thank you for subscribing, George Spencer. I just share my life here in Hawaii. I teach you how to eat. I teach you how to travel. I show you how to cook, what I cook. I show you the dark side of Hawaii. I show you the real stuff. I don't always show you the oceans and beaches. Sometimes I show you, like, I go to homeless communities. I went live, and I want people to see what it's like to live here and to be a part of our culture. And I've shown so much different aspects. I've done the beautiful stuff. I've done interviews. I love to me. It's just like, if I had a multiple channel hub, to show what I do, that's my passion. So sometimes I have good content. Consistency is key. I will definitely agree with that. You gotta have some consistency. I used to go live every day, but because of what I do, I don't have time to do that. So for those that don't know me, my wife and I were pastors of a church here in Hawaii. I'm also we call it recovery coordinator. And so we have a Hope Center, which we just opened. It's been a year and a half now since we've been open. And so it's basically a drug and alcohol rehab program. And so it's a 1 year program. And these guys got to stick it out. They gotta fight through those urges. They gotta fight through all those things that the reason why they have those addictions. And so those are the two hats I wear outside of being a dad and being a husband. So, hey Gary, good to see you. Gary Combs in the house. So I think content is important, but I also think engagement sometimes will supersede content. I think now not everybody wants to just sit and talk to somebody for an hour. So yeah, I think Periscope. I think they lost the passion. I think part of it, if there's no return on investment, at some point it's going to kill your app. So if we got to remember, we got to have the good front end, the broadcasters, the creative journalistic aspect of it, which is what HAPS is. making sure your broadcasters, any content creators are happy. But at the same time, if you don't have a good business model of it, the app is going to die. Because the truth is, they got to pay for server space. They got to pay to store all the information. They got to pay to to be able to go live and have all these features. And they got to have employees, you name it. So uh, I think Periscope was kind of like they were like a stepchild that wasn't really birthed out of Twitter per se. They just acquired Periscope. And so when the honeymoon was over, they're like, we'll just keep it for a couple of years until the contract is over. And I'm just talking. I don't know all the facts, but that's just my perception. Haps Tech is so small. It is. And so that's something that if you look at Periscope, the text will go up on the screen and it would force you, the broadcaster, to read the comments. Whereas the comments in Haps in Facebook and other apps similar to this, and the way the text is shown, I can see why. I'm not a tech guy, but I think it requires less bandwidth or less data. So I'm not sure what developers they have. I'm not in that field. So, but that's something we can request. If you guys have a suggestion or comment, just mention, hey, can we have the comments pop up on the screen until, but that does affect the quality of the app too. So I don't know. I agree. Text is small, but I'm on my mobile device, so it's fine for me. So yeah, there are some bugs and there's lag. That's I get it. We're still in beta, and that's the reason why they say beta because they're still working on the app. So I think what's exciting, if you think about it, we're at literally ground floor of a company and an app that I think the sky's the limit because we are part of that culture. So if you're kind of like just want to enjoy and want something that's already established, this is probably not the place to be. And I'm not saying it in a negative way, but if you're here because you want good content and you're excited about the content creators that are migrating over, just stick it out. I think that's a good model. So, all right, guys, I'm over my Sacramento. How's it? I'm over my 10-minute limit, but that's okay. I'm just answering comments and questions. So, before I end the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country. I'll read the replay comments and I'll miss a few. And then tell me what brought you here. Were you watching from another app, another platform, or is Haps your sole only source of information for social media, or was it from another platform? So I'm going to read through the comments. I'm going to end it. Let me just say Merry Christmas. I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful to be here. We could be in so many different places, and you guys chose to be here. So, Haps had a 600% increase in users over the past week. I bet they have. Hello, George Spencer from Oxnard. Is it Oxnard? That's it, right? It was good to see you, Lawrence, and I'm glad that people are starting to broadcast more. It's not so much about migrating versus just getting people to go live, and we need to see more of the world and what it's like where you're at. So, thank you for the support. Thank you for those of you that subscribed. I'm just gonna ask that if you want to support me, I would definitely love it. I'm not begging, but I will say it's a blessing. And so anybody that does choose to subscribe or even support on a monthly, let me just tell you this: I am a husband. I'm a father of four. I got my mother-in-law who lives with us. We're helping take care of her, and we got so much ministry out here that we're doing. We're pastors. We also have a hope center we opened up. I promise you, for those of you that bless us with whatever tips, whatever, I appreciate every single penny. Because trust me, you live in Hawaii, things ain't cheap, and so I do appreciate that. And I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. In Hawaiian, it's Mele Kalikimaka. And so thank you for being here. Until my next broadcast. I don't have a schedule, but I'm probably going to make one so you guys can kind of have an idea when I'll be live. So God bless you guys. Love you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. If not, God bless you. Ahui ho, aloha, and mahalo. Shoo. All right, guys. Aloha.